See if we can get this figured out. Get this straight. What's going on, everybody? Charlie checking in. My shit all twisted over here. What's up, man? Happy Friday. Everyone checking in at noon, man. I know it's not the most ideal time, I guess, to go live or whatever, but Eric got to work tomorrow, so I think we're going to go live early, I guess, so I can spend the afternoon with her. You know what I mean? Go for a walk. She got this crazy new swimming hole that I do not want to get in. I call it the garbage hole. Man, she's adamant about it. She's going to get in to the garbage hole or whatever. So, aside from that, as you see, man, the title of today's video, Mystical Mikey, man. Did y'all get that right? Did y'all see this, man? We got a new saga going on in my life. And also, first off, I want to say I want to be thankful for it, man. This is kind of brought some excitement, a little bit of excitement to my life. I don't know where the hell's going, where Mikey's going with this Andy Kaufman crap, you know what I mean? But oh man, I think I'm on board a little bit. As long as he's not going to come over here with his camera, swinging his camera around with accusations and shit. And I'm not going to do the same neither. You know what I mean? If he wants to play this kayfabe, WWE, fucking blurring the lines, Andy Kaufman bullshit, you know, I'm going to go along with it, you know, as long as we're respectful and stuff. And who knows, you know, with this wacky, wild freaking world. And I'm just be thankful, you know what I mean, to have this moment for whatever it is. You know, I've got with Jennifer and we've hashed it out, and she, we've had a really good time together. Matter of fact, I might give her a call here in a little bit and ask her about her psychic friend, her homeless psychic friend. Where the hell did she find this chick? Where the hell did you find this? Which dumpster, which Family Dollar dumpster did you find this chick at, man? I don't want to talk too much crap, you know, but it was kind of weird digging in refrigerators and passing out on floors and stuff like that. And we're going to get into that, man. But first, I want to give a shout out. My boy Tam May, much love to you right there, man. Got you that moderator, that wrench for you, for helping me out. Always ride or die, bro. All y'all probably know Tan May, dude. And it's because he's just got my back, man, no matter fucking what, dude. And I love it, man. And I appreciate you. So, Skag86 in the house. What did Pickle Fuck do now? He got some kind of freaking mystic or some psychic or whatever to read him some tarot cards and tell him that he had issues with his brother. And honestly, man, I don't think you need a damn a tarot card reading to let you know that, you know. And as far as following those readings or whatever, it's all up for interpretation, right? I mean, honestly, now I will say this, all right, now that apparently this lady, you know, whether she was whacked out on goofballs or not, you know, homeless or any of that dumb shit aside, you know, apparently she did this reading or whatever, and then somebody actually, I went through the comments or whatever on that video. Let me stop it right here. And somebody had actually kind of put it in chat, or maybe like put it in their own terms or whatever, and then somebody else put that in Chat GPT, and so it seemed like this person kind of was reading the cards correctly, that a little differently. And you know, that's why I don't even fuck with tarot cards, any of that bullshit. Shitplex can't see the stream. Can you guys see the stream? It looks like he's the only one having that problem. I apologize. Austin D's in the house. Lunatic Money Man. Kevin Hill. What's up, Kevin, bro? SSG. Charlie Nixon 5. I see y'all tearing the shit down over there in New York, man. What the hell? Go Knicks, man. It's been a while, huh? When's the last time that the Knicks have won it? Yeah, I'm the son of Angry Grandpa, Lunatic Man. Yep, that was my papa. That was my old man. He taught me a lot. We had a lot of fun. He's given me a lot, I should say, you know, with this Angry Grandpa community, you know, over these last 10 years, 10 freaking years, guys. And there's so many of you that have followed, you know, since the beginning, you know, and although I never made a lot of money or got far with, you know, the channel or whatnot, man, I still made so many friends, bro, and just connections and that comfort knowing that no matter where I was, whether I was homeless, sleeping on, you know, I hate to laugh like that, man, but shit, sleeping, you know, in the woods behind the Waffle House. Y'all remember that? There's a shit ton of y'all that were still there with me, and here in my trailer now, out here in Shelby, North Carolina. You know what I mean? And you guys are still here with me, bro, as I've taken this journey, you know, through sobriety, through marriage, through, you know, trying to build a whole new career in life, you know, up here in the mountains. And it's been beautiful. I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of heartache. You know, like they say, Michael and Jennifer were talking about it on video, wondering how long I had been sober. They were like 4 or 5 years. Or then they said something about like that I've been sober ever since I got with Erica, you know. And the fact of the matter is that I've been sober almost 6 years now. What's today's date? The 12th? July. I think July 2nd probably makes it 6 years. Right here, guys. That I've been freaking sober, and a lot has changed in those 6 years, you know, and it wasn't all easy. Like I said, Erica actually stuck it out with me for a couple of years there before I actually got sober, you know, and she didn't leave me. She didn't throw my shit out in the yard or out onto the internet. You know what I mean? She kept it kept it between us, you know, and she also gave me the chance, you know what I mean, to for health, for growth, you know. And I've been living in this house for 8 freaking years now. What, since 2018? Right after Dad passed, she came and picked me up. Budgie, what's up? Greeting and afternoon. Charlie checking in. It's so cringy, but it is what it is, man. You know, it's that's my lifeline. I guess I felt kind of weird just saying, hey, what's up? Let's go do a video today. It's a lot easier than my first intro, huh? What's up, everybody? Mwah, Charlie checking in right here to all my angels and demons. Much love to you and all that. Woo! We've come a long way, kid. Marlena Ferguson in the house. Austin. Gina, what's up? Hey, check it out. Hold on. I got something for my friend Gina. That's another friend that's been around for a long time. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of all this here shortly, man. I'm just trying to give everybody a little bit of chance to get in. A lot of people might actually be working, so a lot of you probably are replay gang. Much love and thank you for joining later when you've got the chance. I always appreciate your view and your feedback. I tried to respond back to everybody that watched my last video the other day. Holy shit. I said something about like a response to Michael and Jennifer like 2 days ago about, you know, Jennifer asking Michael if it's time for Charlie or whatever. Like right at the very end of the video, man, they tickle your ass with a feather. Michael knows how to freaking do it. Michael's got a thing about his freaking theatrics. That's one thing I can say about Michael, man. Like he's always done this shit. You know what I mean? Ever since he was a boy. Oh yeah, Gina, here you go. Check it out. First off, Gina, look. I found it digging through my crap the other day. Found it in the shed. Don't smell too bad. Smells like me. Smells like VSL. It is an extra large right here. So, yeah, I've got a bunch of clothes for sale online right now and stuff. Next time that I make a sale, which I made a sale this morning, actually, I'll be shipping this out to you here soon. If you send me your address or whatever, not on the chat right here, because that's, You can dox yourself, but send me your address again, private message, and send that to you. I got a whole crap load of other clothes and shirts and jackets and shoes and stuff, and I'm thinking that if I don't sell them for what I want to sell them for, I might end up just every now and then giving away some clothes and stuff like that. I got a lot of medium or a lot of large, actually. I don't really have much extra large anymore. I've got an extra large shirt that I was going to give to Michael, and be like, bro, you can do it, man. You can get into this shirt, And it was like the Andre the Giant shirt that he actually bought whenever he was little. Not the same one, but it's the same design, like a 98 Andre the Giant shirt with the face on it. And Andre the Giant patted Michael on the belly and told him, lay off the biscuits, little buddy. And it hurt Michael's feelings so fucking bad he didn't cheer for the Giant ever again. Maybe during NWO days, but even then, that's only because he was doing what Hogan. Actually, Giant was like one of the top 3, right? But yeah, Michael's always been up to this kind of thing, you know what I mean? Whether it was recording, Monday Nitro on little audio tapes, while he choreographed his matches and told us to shut up so that he can get Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. And setting up songs and dances for song remakes like what the past with John Leguizamo. What was it? One time he told me that he had a friend coming over all week. He had this friend that was coming over, and they were going to do this and they were going to do that, and just really getting under my fucking skin with it or whatever. And at the end of the week, I was like, hey, where's your friend at? And he was like, what fucking friend are you talking about? And then tried to gaslight me, laugh at me because I believed what he said about a friend. I mean, whatever. He's always in his own orbit, man, And it's like the only reason that he created all this crap right here with him and Dad. It was just like two meteors just smashing together. There was Dad in all his just magnificent angry glory, unraw, unfiltered, just true, just old man power, angry old man power. Jeff Bartleball in the house, Bobby Jetpack, Bobby Wonder. Your brother's a great actor. I'm always fooled by his shenanigans. He had he had this freaking damn finger that one time he freaking damn got me with it. Fucking damn, put some ketchup on it. And I can't even remember where the fuck it was. I just remembered that he had the little fucking finger and he was like, ah, and I come running up. And then before I can get to him, he runs off, fucking with the little finger just sitting there and like ketchup and shit. Oh my goodness. So, it's like I would be a bit more concerned about this, guys, and a bit more confrontational, but there's really no need to be confrontational. You know what I mean? All that's going to do, create some kind of viral video. Look, Charlie went crazy out in the front yard. You know what I mean? I've been thinking on this for a bit, man. He shows up at my house, and I don't know. Like there's like I said, there's no reason to go around swinging on him and hurting him. We've been through all that shit, man. Like I'm a whole different place in my life, man. Like I've done my best. Let's put it that way. I've done my best to let all that shit go on my end. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's gone through a lot, through separation and what he's lost on his end and shit, and I hope anyway, that this ain't no type of like Dougie situation, which him and Dougie were completely different, like it was a very combative kind of like thing with him and Dougie, as opposed to me and Jennifer, I guess, it feels more of like a healing vibe. I'm not coming out here saying show up and see what happens. You know what I mean? Hell, only thing I'm saying, man, is like, bro, just give me a call or some shit like that, man. Like, fucking just Come up and be like, what up, man? Like, you don't need a psychic, whether it's real or whether it's not, you know what I mean? To damn follow your heart, do the right thing. You know what I mean? Hire some homeless lady to damn read you some tarot cards in turn for some frozen pork chops and a nap on the floor, treating them like rickety cricket, and then shoot her out. Didn't even give her the chicken. Some lemon peels for the scurvy. Jenny in the house, pickle batty Noah. And also in a way, like, I don't know, like, you know, part of me is like, Michael is like, I don't know, he's a YouTuber, he's a content creator, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, I guess where is the drama, or where is the video, and just being like, hey, what's up? You know, but like, that's what I do. That's how I do it. You know what I mean? Like, my shit, I try to bring it as like raw and unscripted as possible. You know what I mean? Try to bring it as real. And it started out because I didn't really have like iVideo, and I didn't have iVideo, and I still don't have like editing software. And, you know, there would be some times where I would like to perhaps, you know, maybe do a little edited video here or there, but very minimal. You know what I mean? Very minimal, you know, like I've kind of grown accustomed to the whole like freestyle gonzo vlogging, you know what I mean? And you know, that's just how I've always been, you know. And so I guess he's going to be coming over here with his camera and filming what he's got. And so I guess I might have to just have a little something too, just for myself. You know what I mean? You gotta protect your own ass. Like Dad used to always say, I guess, you know, like forgive, you know, but don't forget, you know. And I was thinking that earlier, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean we can't hug too closely, though. You know, like we've lost out on a lot. So freaking much, man. Through the battling and shit, you know. And I feel like we lost Grandpa a whole lot sooner because of the battling as well, you know. Like, it flamed up just so hot. It all started right there, you know, the same year that Dad died. And now I know he had cirrhosis, you know what I mean? And I know that, you know, that he had his own health problems. I mean, shit, half a heart. Well, he always told us half a heart, you know. But I know that he did get put on disability, permanent disability, after his first heart attack. And, you know, then he had the tracheotomy. Then he had the sliced stomach, you know. And Dad's been through a lot, man. He is like a war soldier, bro. He literally walked through life like it was a battlefield, man. And he had the wounds to prove it, man. Chrissy, Pepper Queen in the house. How you doing today, girl? Happy Friday to you. Got a missed call here. Hey, who's this? I guess Jennifer's blocked in the chat. Jennifer's in here trying to talk to us, and she's blocked. I don't know how to unblock Jennifer in the chat. I wonder if Chrissy or somebody can go to like Jennifer's channel maybe and unhide her or whatever. I don't know how that happens, sis. Hopefully, well, you know, like hopefully it's not one of my followers and friends. Like there are a lot of friends and stuff, you know what I mean, that are against this whole reunion. You know what I mean, because they know how the history. They know how Michael is. They know how Jennifer is or was. You know what I mean. I don't want to sit here and shit on them. I don't want to piss nobody off here. You know what I mean? While I can speak the truth, you know, and I promise you that if y'all want to come to me and y'all want to speak any sort of truths, you know, in your heart and shit, you know what I mean, that I won't get too angry. I won't get yelly or fighty or mad with you all. We could turn that into content somehow. You know what I mean? I love honesty, man. If you want to tell me that I sound fucking, well, I wouldn't, that I sound like a loon, and I sound like a fucking duck, like my voice is weird. Go for it. I agree. I watch my videos right now. I'm like, what the hell is up with my voice? Or if you want to call me a drunkie, a druggie, you know what I mean, try to bring my past up or whatever, that's fine with me too, you know, because I'm comfortable with it. You know what I mean? I can make jokes about it as well. You know what I mean? I've been able to separate myself from all that. You know what I mean? And also the only way that we can truly grow together, you know, in this new like union or whatever is through honesty, you know? And I don't know how much how much stock I put into the tarot card shit. Logan Carter says about the tarot cards, it's all evil that's disguised as knowledge. Who gave the knowledge in the Garden of Eden just for thought? Well, look at this. The lady that came bearing freaking tarot cards freaking went digging through his damn Michael's kitchen and was sleeping on his floor, probably waiting for him and Jennifer to get out the room so she can snoop around for passwords or hidden keys or fucking stashes. You know, like I don't know. Also, I'm not going to say that neither because check this out. Like, you know, while I'm sitting there smashing on this whole psychic thing, and I don't like my hat right now. If I can take it off, I don't like while I'm smashing on the whole psychic thing or whatever. Like there's not to say that there's not like real mysticism out there. There's not real spirituality, you know, and voodoo, you know, or unseen energies. You know what I mean? That are at force and at play on Earth and within us, and that we do channel. Like, you remember the Ouija board, bro? Like, shit was going so good with me. I won't take out of the factor that, you know, that I was still suffering from alcohol addiction, drug addiction, real bad. Not real bad, but guess what? I fell right back into it. Excuse me. After years of being sober, and check this out, guys. So scary a thought, man. Like, it could happen to anybody at any given moment, anytime. How many times have you heard of people relapsing after years of sobriety, bro? And right now is almost kind of like a critical time for me, in which that I'm unemployed. Eric is at work. I got all this free time on my hands. You know what I mean? I saw it today, or no, yesterday. I went and got some motor oil for the lawnmower, trying to keep myself busy. And Family Dollar sells liquor, or not liquor, but like malt liquor, the Four Loko and the Buzz Balls and pregame shots and shit like that. And like a quick flash went through me, bro. Not gonna lie. A quick flash went through me, and I was like, oh, not even like, oh, I was like, I could if I wanted to, but I don't, because I know, bro, that it just leads down a road of fucking ruin. I've been there. I've lived it, and I don't like it. I don't want to go back through that shit ever again, you know. But I'm falling off. I'm doing that weed, man. Let me get back on topic, which was what? Psychics. Okay, so I mean, like, there are some shit out there that you can't freaking explain. You know what I mean? Like, how many different cases have you heard about, like, these different FBI agents and police departments and stuff working with, like, these psychics that, you know, how the hell they find that little girl? You know, over there in the ditch, you know, oh, you know, like wherever, like these psychics have had these flashes or these feelings, you know what I mean? Noah says, do you have a sponsor? I don't have a sponsor, and I don't go to like to the meetings or whatever, dude. I just quit on my own, cold turkey. I think I got a video on how that all went down. You know, yeah, just one day, like after, you know, a couple of years of being with Erica, man, I got into it with some people around the corner or whatever, and I was afraid that I was gonna get. They saw what car I was in. I was afraid that they were gonna damn hurt Erica one day, thinking that it was me or some shit, you know. And I just up and quit. I guess I quit for Erica. You could say more for myself. More than for myself, but you know, now I stay sober for myself because I like it here. I like what I've got going on. It may not be everything, you know what I mean, but it's home to me, dude. It's comfort. I got a wife that loves me. I got a doggy that loves me, kitties that love me, and all of you guys that love me too, man. And let me tell you what, it's so crazy, dude. Like, man. You know, just like all the love and support that I'm getting right now, dude, and I'm seeing on the videos with Michael and shit. I always kind of wondered how it would be like, you know, if this day were to come. You know what I mean? Like, what? You know, and it feels better than I imagined, man. And I want to thank you all, dude. Stay humble, because who knows where this is going to go. Like, but I've always been the hopeful guy, But it does kind of throw me off a little bit with the whole psychic crap now, because like say, if it was like some type of real psychic or whatever, and I don't even know if I said real. I don't know, because it's all just up in the air, I do know that, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, once you start dipping your toes into different realms and realities and alternate timelines and stuff, because I've gotten involved in all that shit too. You just kind of stray farther away from reality and shit. Yeah, but and I try to root myself in reality and what I feel and what I know, past, present, and predictable future. While I pray to God, I was always raised to believe in Jesus and God, and even in times of struggle, there was a time where I was actually, I was an atheist. I denied the presence and stuff, but I've come to realize that in my darkest moments, man, I scream, God. Oh, Jesus. I do, and then there's a real belief in me that I kind of adhere to, that I run to, and that I that I operate on, There may be some things in the Bible that I might question or because, like, you know how it is with religion, is just like with politics and all kinds of other power, the wrong people, they get involved, and then they twist and they manipulate, and then they lead through fear and lie and chaos or peace, love bombing, but like, so you got to kind of follow your own heart and your own path, I guess, And like, was this? I know Erica wanted me to tell you all about the aliens. All right, now I don't mean to laugh too much, because, like, I'm sure that there are other beings out there and stuff, but Erica is super spiritual into all this stuff. Like, it's really weird that Michael decided to kind of like dip his toe into the spiritual aspect of content creation or whatnot, because, like, I do my meditation, and sometimes I feel like, man, if I'm being frustrated and I feel like there's a negative block in everywhere I turn, sometimes I feel like those are like negative forces or energies or spirits or demons. I think I've said this on a live stream before. Like, I feel like it's like a xenomorph or whatever, and that little head that pops out, and then that little head pops out a fucking tongue and just starts licking all the aggression and anger and evil off my face. Sometimes I'll feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't understand. We don't understand reality, like what it really is. How far, like the rabbit holes go. Sarah Smile says, your brother desperately needs Jesus. Fall to your knees, little brother. Dark-sided demons, I cast thee out. Now, I don't mean to joke. I don't mean to joke too much, you know what I mean? But like there's a lot of people that would probably burn that witch at the stake. Reading their tarot cards, man, back in the day. Shit. And yeah, like, those tarot cards could possibly they can lead you, man. They can lead you down a wrong path if you really start to believe this shit. Richard Flores, much love, says Mike acts like you don't know you've been you don't know you've been sober. He's watching this live stream right now, I bet. He probably is. Planning his next move. Like an evil little Eric Cartman. I've been watching a lot of South Park lately, and I've been seeing a lot of Eric Cartman and Michael. And I noticed to him that everyone's saying, hi, Mike. What's up, brother? Fall to your knees, man. Pray to Jesus. Michael, just look in your heart. Just close your eyes. Just look in your heart, man, and say out loud. Right now, what do you want? Actually, no, you ain't got to say it right now. Just go ahead and just close your eyes and just let the thoughts and all that just come as they may. And I'm swaying from Erica's message. Damn it! One thing she wanted me to tell you all, and I'm swaying from it. Excuse me. You'll find that God and that love and that answer in your heart right here. You know, you don't need a stack of tarot cards to damn. You don't need dark magic to guide you, bro. That bitch is gonna be at your house tomorrow night. That bitch is at your house last night, looking through the damn windows, man, seeing what else she can. She's probably up on the internet right now, cruising you out. I think that was Jennifer's friend. I'm sitting there, damn. I'm about to call Jennifer in a minute. But first, yeah, Erica. Erica said that she wanted me to tell you all that the aliens are real and that it's okay for us not to be afraid. Now, what do y'all take of that, bro? Because Erica, she's always like so level-headed, even-keeled. You know, she's kept me straight. You know what I mean? Like, that was funny. Jennifer said that Erica got that boy. Like, she don't. No, she don't. You know what I mean? But she is a headbutter. She will headbutt your ass. Like, she's stubborn as they come. And she doesn't let bullshit slide. You know what I mean? Like, me and her, sometimes we butt heads, bro. And y'all heard it on that one live stream. You know what I mean? Like, we have super different beliefs on, like, religions and realms and spirit guides and stuff. And she's actually into it big time. She's into this guy named Lee Harris. Is there anybody here that knows of a Lee Harris? I think he's been on a few. He's been doing his rounds on different like meditative podcasts and stuff. He was on the podcast with Mayim Balik. She was Blossom or whatever back in the 80s, that old show Blossom. Now she supposedly got her PhD, and sometimes I wonder if she's perhaps just like a psyop. You know, round in all the kooks, you know, because it was a big thing that she did about like mental health awareness and stuff, which I'm all for, you know what I mean? But then you tend to kind of reel them all in, and then you hit them with aliens are real. And this guy, his name is Lee Harris, and he actually channels these 66 higher beings that he calls the Z's, because they all begin with different Z's. Zebediah, Zadrak, Zabindigo, Zach's the cool one. And you got to check it out, man. Like, he'll sit there and then he'll channel the Z, and then the Z, he will talk to you. And it's like, I can't buy it. And like, me and Erica tend to butt heads a little bit. Like, she says, I'm not opening up my mind enough. What do I do? Lee Harris posted new 5 minutes ago. A new video 5 minutes ago. Lee Harris. Yeah, so he's on a roll, bro. And he's got his followers and stuff. And I don't try to scrutinize too much, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, I'm gonna need to see and feel more. Like, I can't let somebody else be that middleman for me. That's why, like, Catholicism would never really honestly work for me, because I don't need a priest, you know what I mean, for me to pass my sins along to. You know, like, I have a closer connection with my God and my Creator, than to need a middleman, you know. Just Al 80, much love to you, brother, says Michael accused you of hitting Bridget when Doug said you never did, and they used makeup. Make Mike own up to his share of the lies. Like, I can't make him do that, man. You know what I mean? Just like he can't make me own up to any of the bullshit that they threw out there. Like, it becomes a certain point, you know what I'm saying? You just got to just like cleave it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we've gone through this for so long. I've given up. I've done moved away from all that shit. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to, you know what I mean, constantly prove myself, you know what I mean, through words and through fucking court debate, you know, with the social, with you, the people as the jury, you know. I just had to let that shit go and just walk away, man. And you've seen what it's done for me, you know, like I feel so much happier. And just like even with you bringing that up to me right now and me talking about it publicly, like it doesn't really feel like any darkness or shame, you know, or something that we shouldn't necessarily talk about because we don't have to talk about it, honestly. Like if we were to, you know, that would be privately, I think, you know, like I'm not really into creating that sort of content. You know what I mean? Because all it's going to do is just create further divide and chaos. You know what I mean? And that's why we are where we are, not where we are now. You know, we are where we are right now because Michael's actually, it feels like almost kind of like he's choosing something other than chaos. You know what I mean? I feel like he really wants to try to come back and connect with me and stuff. You know what I mean? But with all the bullshit, he has to figure out some type of way. He doesn't just want to come up and be like, hey, what up, brother? Or he wants to create some sort of storyline or whatnot, you know. But I really feel like, you know, that he himself is choosing to like lay down the swords as well, you know. And that's where the growth comes in, man. We come into it just clanging swords and shit, you know. It's just like it's gonna go nowhere fast. You know, this is just going to be another video, like another live stream where a month from now, you know, everybody chimes in and this person says Charlie was good over here. And then this person over here says Charlie was begging to get back. And this person over here says that Michael was good. And he was Michael, you know, just And now who knows what the hell is what, which seems to be where we are right now as a freaking society, you know, with AI and deep fake, you know, and lying politicians and big media, you know, and just conflict on every fucking front. Like we're in a real weird time right now in society, you know. And like I said, and with AI, you know, just on the horizon. You know, like we're literally seeing robots out there washing dishes and walk dogs and shit now. You know, and it's only gonna get get bigger quicker. You know, that's my big thing. Like everybody has their worry. My worry is AI. You know, and I just feel like. Fuck all the worry, man. You know what I mean? I was working, man. I was making good money, but I was working angry, man. And I had the boss had his fucking thumb on me, you know, and we weren't getting along, you know, and they were running narratives and shit, and they were treating my wife any type of way, you know, and the ass kissers were running the plant, you know what I mean, getting favored and shit, you know, and being offered up for promotions and shit over me and my wife, you know, and all the world is burning around outside those walls all around me. I got my earbuds in, just listening to all this fucking craziness and shit, and I just was not happy, man. My soul was dying, you know. And I got to tell you, dude, like I'm happier now than I've fucking been in a long time, dude. Without a job, with less. You know, and I tell you, bro, there's nothing more valuable than free time. That's why big business, that's why the man wants all that it can get from you. Even like why they're so fucking good with these algorithms, man. You get caught in this fucking this fucking death scroll, you know, or you just fucking can't put your fucking phone down for 5 minutes. Excuse my language, guys. Can't put your phone down for 5 minutes, man, and just watch the fucking bird chirp on the tree, you know? Go out there and just feel the sun on your face. You know, watch your kitty roll around in the dirt. It'll be all right. And I've really enjoyed that lately. And I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to chasing that. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to like what could come of all of this right here. You know, I mean, could Charlie Chill be making a comeback? Could the real Charlie Chill be emerging? Dylan Lindemann, much love, says, hey, Charlie, just want to say I'm a huge fan of yours and supporter of you and your family, and just walk away from the drama and just pray to God and move on with your life, and God bless you. I appreciate that, man. You know, I do. And that's what I've been doing. You know, like, I'm constantly in contact with God, you know, especially every night when I lay down, you know, every night when I lay down, man, the first thing that I do is I say, God, please forgive me of my sins. I mean, whether you believe it or not, whether you're into that, there's nothing wrong with trying to cleanse your fucking soul. So, look at me. I'm a different breed, bro. I'm a different breed of Christian over here. But yeah, like, there's really nothing wrong with cleansing your soul at the end of the night, you know, and trying to show repentance. And I'll even sit here and I'll think about, what did I do wrong today? What did I do bad that I can apologize for before I start trying to talk with, you know, my God or my creator, you know, the higher being, you know, the purveyor of existence, everything, sight, sound, touch, emotion, light, food, metal. Hey, check out this new Ghost Energy right here. This motherfucker is the bomb. It's a 7-Up. I just look like Chunk or Sloth, I mean, right there. Hey, you guys. It's a 7-Up Ghost Energy, bro, and it's awesome, man. It's 0 calories. It's soda, and it's energy. Get Ghost. Get ghosted today. Available at Walmart. We used to do that back in the day, man. We used to just out of nowhere, I would just be sitting there just watching a movie or something, and then I'd just like look over at Mike would be like, Pepsi, make the right one yours. And just make our own little commercial. And then he'd come back with his own dirty socks. Make sure you got the toe popped out or you ain't cool. But yeah, you know, like, you know, I'm willing to give everybody a chance. Jennifer, you know, like, you know, like, as we get older, you know what I mean? Like things change, you know, and the shit that used to, you know, be, you know, important to you just ain't as important to you, you know, and you tend to get a little sad, you know what I mean? You tend to look around and there's nobody there, like, and it's a real weird feeling, man. And where I'm always like thanking you all and showing appreciation to all of you and having that constant, you know, presence in my life. You know what I mean? Like there's really not too many people that I can pick up my phone and call up and be like, hey man, yada yada, hey, check it out, blah blah blah, or hey, do you remember? You know, like all my oldest friends are gone. They've all died. Freaking R.I.P. Gerald, R.I.P. Shane, R.I.P. TK, R.I.P. Brady. That's 4 right there. Friends from growing up. I got my homie John Thomas. Y'all remember John Thomas, Grandpa's black son? My black brother, John Thomas. Much love to him, but he's going through a lot, man. Going through so much. And then also, you know, it's then turned into this weird thing, you know, where like I've gone through so much freaking trauma over the last freaking 8 years. You know what I mean? Not knowing exactly who to trust. I had so many people that were like close friends, man, that turned around and shared our freaking chat logs, you know, that secretly recorded me and sent secret recordings to people to freaking to blow up in my face, you know, in the worst times of my life, at the lowest points of my life. You know what I mean? While I was also hurting myself, you know, lost in the throes of addiction. I should have stayed at Meridian, the rehab. The guy, he begged me to stay. He begged me to come back after I came down to court for the charges, you know, over Bridget. But such an in and out cast of characters that, you know, that I could and couldn't trust and whatnot, that I tended to put up walls, man. You know, I've really blocked myself up. I really guarded myself from so many people, you know, and that it kind of like has me not reaching out to people. Like my sister Dawn, she's you know, every now and again still reaches out to me and stuff. She came to my wedding, you know. I got JC. I've got my mom now and stuff. But even still now, like, I kind of don't reach out like maybe I should, perhaps, you know, because I've got the walls up, or, you know, we tend to get busy doing our own stuff, or there's a certain amount of trauma, you know, where I tend to, like, you know, I'll back up if I feel like some shit going on. Just like growing up back in the day, man, Dad would get angry or some shit, you know, and I would just feel that vibe shift or whatever, and I would back away. I would just silently get my ass up and I'd go outside, go ride my bike while Dad was in his mood or whatever, or Mom was in her mood. And usually whenever Mom got in her mood, well, then Dad would get angry and get in his mood. You know, couples tend to kind of butt heads and carry each other's burdens and their angers and pains. Not so much the wins and the happinesses as much as we tend to adhere to each other's angers and frustrations. So there was all that, you know, coming up as a kid and stuff. And so I'm trying to maybe perhaps break the walls down a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to expand my horizons, you know what I mean? Both emotionally, physically, who knows, financially, who knows what kind of finances situation that this could lead me to. You know, maybe make a little bit of money, man. You know what I'm saying? Why not earn a little bit of coin while I'm at it? Hey, send me a super chat while you're at it. Whatever, you know. Because quite honestly, Erica is super jealous of this right now, man. Like she wants this free time too. You know what I mean? And she wants to be able to feed her soul. You know what I mean? And not just be just sucked dry by the man, by society. You know what I mean? Because we're all just just cattled into this damn structured society where they fucking work the shit out of us. They give us what little bit that they give us, you know. They give us as least as they can, you know, both financially and free time. You know, you work your ass off until you're 65. Then you get to retire. And so what, 67? By the time I get to that age, we'll be what, 72? Shout out to Doobie in the house, man. Much love to you. Thanks for joining us. You know, I've seen so many people, man, just damn broke down just physically from the work and shit. By the time that they can retire, you know, they can't hardly see or hear. They're riding off into the fucking sunset with their little bit of 401k to die in 5 years or so and pass it off to their family or whoever. Not really truly enjoying fucking life, you know. And I know that it's a system that's designed for us to live that way. You know what I mean? And I could potentially just find myself going back to that. You know what I mean? But I mean, if there's a chance that I can live this little bit of make-believe with my brother a little bit, you know, while freaking connecting with all of you right now. Look, 220 people are watching right now, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, man. I thank you all so much for joining, man, and that are interested in this journey, man. And who knows where it's going to take me, man. It's very exciting, man. It's like the first time I've been excited in a long time. You know, even if even if it is like Michael pulling the strings a little bit right now, you know, I mean, he ain't fully pulling my strings because like I'm sober, I'm free, you know, I've got my own life. I've been living my own life, like Dad says. Mariah Shell says, "I love your shirt." Thank you. Boop, boop, boop. My little homie got a little surprise, man. He's like, boop, "Thank you very much." It's a rip and dip. I guess apparently you can see right there, rip and dip. If you're interested in it, they got a bunch of little shirts, man. With these. I guess it's cat wear for all the cat moms in the house. I'm a cat dad, so I guess I had to get me one. They flip the bird a little bit, man. They've got some with Hunter S. Thompson, Johnny Depp, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I think he's got a little ciggy or a little joint or whatever. I really like the camo design too. I really feel like camo, especially the light color camo like this, I feel like it's in right now, huh? And And I enjoy that shirt. Yeah, I was just waiting to see somebody said that they like my shirt so that I can give them a little flip off. I call it, that's Lily. Lily? Where's my Lily at? She's probably sleeping under the house in the insulation. My cats like to sleep under the house in the insulation. I can't wait to share that with you. You know? And I'm super excited about, like, I'm seeing old faces come back and shit, like my friend Iranga. I guess he's not in the house right now, but I saw that he commented yesterday, bro. And, man, it just tickled me pink, man. I remember I took this guy. He came and visited us all the way from damn New York City. He took two Greyhound, or not Greyhound, hopped on the freaking, the JFK or whatever the big airport is up there, flew all the way to the big-ass airport here in Charlotte, the Dougie K, where we picked him up and took him straight into the mountains way out in the middle of freaking nowhere, dude. Went camping with no electricity, nowhere to pee or poop except for the woods, cooking on Coleman stoves and stuff. Excuse me. And, man, we just had the best time, bro. And, man, I hadn't seen that guy in a long time. You know, we tend to fade out, bro. Like, I guess I don't tend to have that staying power. Like, I had to start working. I couldn't go out and vlog and whatnot. The channel kept freaking disappearing. You know, I didn't have that staying power, you know, like the way Mike does, you know, I guess. And then once he started talking about me, I guess all these people were reminded that Charlie was still alive. You know, and then they come and see me and they see a completely different person. You know what I mean? Like the shaved head, the shaved head for one and foremost. You know what I mean? I got the beard going, you know, and I'm trying to focus more. Actually, I guess I always did kind of try to focus on, you know, peace and spirituality, huh? Baked Go Tamari. Who is that? Says, you missed me, huh, Charles? I missed all of you, man. I miss all of my GTAM characters, man. I used to have like 3 or 4 or 5 different people that would just get up in the morning and play GTA with me. Like, come on, man. I mean, and, you know, who wouldn't love that, man? And then I would actually have, like, man, by lunchtime or later in the afternoon, man, there were times where I would have, like 10, 12, 15 people just following me around all around the GTA map. Just getting into craziness, owning it. That was fun. I missed that stuff, you know? And I fucked it all up, you know? Like Dad said, man, one of the last things he ever said to me, the last thing he ever said to me was live your life. But one of the last things he ever said to me whenever he wasn't on his deathbed, was that he told me, he said, I didn't tell you to go out and get fucked up. I didn't tell you to damn start talking shit, trying to bring out family secrets and shit, you know? And I did that. And I have to own up to that, you know? Like I said, I'm not going to go around and do a whole apology tour, but I mean, you know, we're just speaking the obvious, you know? I did all that, and you know, you, the public, man, you know, you judged me on that based on, I mean, well, a lot of other shit too, you know? There's a lot of shit that was thrown around about that, you know what I mean? But overall, you know, you judged me on, you know, my actions there and after, you know, because I could have just let it all go back then, you know, let it die down for a little bit, you know, go really truly seek sobriety. Everything that I've sought out now and obtained, I could have done a long time ago. But man, I got to tell you, dude, fucking like, you're not ready until you're ready, you know? You just, you know, you're not ready until you're ready, apparently. I lost my train of thought right there. But, oh, yeah, you know, like, you all saw me making the bad mistakes in real time, you know, and it just, yeah. I ultimately did it to myself. With my frustration and then threats and alcoholism, you know, just not putting myself in check. But I'm past all that. And you all are smart enough to see all that, you know, smarter than you were back then. So much has went down. So much has transgressed, you know, in our own personal lives, our own personal histories, our own gains and losses. You know what I mean? For me, for Mike, for Jennifer, for Kim. You know, we don't even know where Kim is now. Like, she's disappeared off the freaking face of the earth. But apparently she's had back problems. I don't want to talk no shit about Kim. She's my sister. I love her. Just like I don't want to talk no shit about Jennifer or Michael, you know. Family, you know. But, I mean, I ain't going to lie, man. It is, you know, you don't know where you're standing right now. You don't, like, Michael wants to play the kayfabe, WWE. Is this real or not bullshit? You know, I guess he wants to keep it real. But, man, you know, when keeping it real goes wrong, but that girl, man, that shit was funny. But it ain't gonna, like I said, it ain't gonna be like that because I'm a grown ass man now. I'm far more mature than I was, you know, 5-6 years ago. All that ego did me nothing but harm. You know what I mean? I feel more at one with the earth, you know, and individuals, you know. I'm no better than anybody else, you know, and I've walked this, you know, world, you know. I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to ramble and trying to get a little too deep right now. Whenever the reality of it is, you know, if it makes sense, do it. If not, fuck it. You know, well, I was thinking that, man. Like, he's talking about these psychics and shit and whatnot, and I kind of had that image flash in my head of Alpha Dog. You remember that one dude, Jesse James, was trying to vouch for, and the dude was like, "Bro, I don't need you to vouch for me. You know, shit. If it makes sense, do it. If not, fuck it. You know, let it go. Keep doing you. You know, and I wish you the best. You know." But I feel like we can do a lot more together. And I do feel like there are, you know, powers, you know, beyond our recognition. You know, what else? You know, what else is God? You know, what else is this reality? What else is Jesus Christ? You know, the death and the crucifixion and the resurrection. You know, these are all miracles. These are all larger than life. You know, faith that you follow, you know, and tends to make you a better person. I don't know exactly where I was going with that, because every time I talk about faith and Jesus and stuff, I start to think about the aliens. Y'all see them? Steven Spielberg is coming out with what? Disclosure Day. I think it actually came out today. Has anybody seen Disclosure Day yet? Has it shaken your faith and belief? He said that what I come out with is gonna shake your faith to the foundation and ultimately question, you know, whether your God is your God just here or on other planets, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, like, I've been through a lot in my life, bro, but the dude that directed E.T. ain't gonna be one of those things that make me question my faith or reality. What did you think about Disclosure Day, Brickmaster? User BD says, talk to Tina. Bro, that'll be so fucking funny. I'm down for it. I'm down to talk a little bit of shit, as long as we don't get too crazy with it. Don't get too disrespectful with me. Don't start trying to peddle no bullshit, no lies or anything like that. You know what I mean? And I won't do the same. There, like I say, there's something to be said about some good, honest ribbing, you know. But like, there's no reason to take it as far as like lolcow. Tina has been getting beat the hell up. She's been abusing the shit out of herself on that lolcow channel. And whatever, you know. There's nothing I can do or say that is worse than that, you know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to talking a little trash or shooting the shit with Tuna, with Albert, talking to Johnny again. Like, I'm looking forward to this shit if it's all on the up and up. You don't never know. I'm always the hopeless romantic. I'm always the hopeless hopeful. I remember this one girl. It was so funny, dude. Like, her nickname for me was Cheerful Charles. She called me Cheerful Charles. I was so cheerful. And we dated for a good month until I lost my job at McDonald's, and she kept her job. And then she went on a weekend cheerleading trip to Kentucky, where she ended up hooking up with some guy named Blake, and then got into an argument with me and called me Blake. Old cheerful Charles. I feel like a fucking fool. You know how many times I've been fooled and duped, and my honest, good-kinded heart and my good nature has been used against me? How many of you can relate to that? I'll never forget. I went to a psychic one time, man, back in like 97 or 98. Dad was working this festival called the Chitlin Strut down in, I believe it was Elgin, South Carolina. And he had this big ass damn tent. It don't matter. He was selling all kinds of shirts and all peanuts, man. He had it going on. But you know, I was helping him work this festival or whatnot, and I had myself a little break, so I kind of walked around, and I wanted to get my palm read by a palm reader. I guess I had hopes of mall rats. You ever seen mall rats where they go to the flea market and they've got between the 1st and 5th of October? It ain't what I got though. I ended up getting Stevie's wife from Eastbound and Down. What's her name? Maria or whatever. And she basically just told me, she looked at my thing in my hand, and she told me that I'll have a wife and kid when 21, and I treat people the way. But she did. She's like, you often treat people much nicer than you get treated, and you don't appreciate that. I don't know if that's a line that she just gives to everybody, and it works on all of us because we all feel that way or whatnot. But that's the only time I ever had my palm read by a psychic, and she was wrong on, you know, when I was getting married and when I was having a kid, you know, so I didn't put too much stock into the rest of it. Shout out to my dude Sanjay. How you doing, man? Much love to the UK. Much love and prayers to the UK, man. Y'all are burning down over there right now. Not much different than what's happening over here. But I don't want to bring too much of that shit into like the vlogs and shit, you know, like I thought about it, you know, do I want to share my thoughts and feelings and talk about current events and stuff, political and social, or do I want to, you know, talk about like fun stuff? Do I want to help kind of people kind of get their minds away from all that shit, you know, because it was driving me crazy, absolutely batshit crazy. And the more the smarter AI gets, the easier it is for them to reel us in and rile us up, you know. So I'm looking forward to trying like take mom. I think mom's coming down for the 4th of July or whatever. Sydney Cat, $1.50 in the house. Thank you right there. Boop boop. Ooh, that's all you give me is $1.50. Take that. Nah, I'm kidding. Every little bit, you know, helps, man. Will ultimately go to a better me and a better life for me and for Erica. You know, like I said, I want to try and dig her out of that freaking that dank ass, dark ass factory as well, you know, and we don't need a lot to be happy. You know, we've whittled the pen. I paid off my truck. We bought her a car, bought and paid for. I got to let y'all listen to the AC though, because the AC is making some noises. I'd like to get some of y'all's opinions on that. Brianne McQuinn says, let's talk about AI and how we're all going to be fucked. Yeah, I think we can all agree on that and like the dangers of AI. I would love to, man. One of my favorite movies of all time, dude, was Terminator 2. I remember watching it Thanksgiving weekend while Dad left me. Dad left me in Charleston and went to Columbia with the family because he had a Ranger, but it was a small Ranger with just a couple little jump seats. Oh, $10 from Sydney Cat. Thank you. Much love to you right there. I appreciate that. And I feel kind of bad. I hope I didn't pressure you into sending that to me because I made fun of the $1.50. That makes $11.50. That's better, man. Lucky number 11. I like that. You can stop right there before you get to leave it at 11. Or you can send more if you want. I don't care. I'm not going to be too shameless into being thankful for donations. Sydney Cat, I was just getting started. God bless you and your beautiful wife. Yeah, man. And I can't wait to get her. She really wants to get up here and talk to you guys because like she says, man, she really truly believes in this alien thing, you know, and And I don't want to stifle her from it. Like, part of me is like, man, how many people are going to believe that this chick's batshit crazy? You know, like my most secure voucher for how do you say, my rock, my number one, bro. Like she was my voucher for credibility, I guess you could say. Like, well, Erica ain't gonna let Charlie do no dumb crazy shit because she's got her shit together, you know. But then she's so bought into this alien narrative, you know, and that everything's gonna be fine. I mean, it makes me feel hopeful, and I want to, and I'm not too ignorant to think that we are not alone in this universe. Okay, Pluto just dropped a 5 bomb. Much love from England. Much love to you back over there, bro. Mary Milhone dropped a 20 bomb on me. Damn, that's what I'm talking about, bro. We're getting some numbers up right there, bro. What is this gonna do for us? I told Erica, I was like, what if we tried to do some stuff and like, you know, get us a little bit of land somewhere or something for our camper or something like that. Like, yeah, I just got big old dreams, and you know, just so much, just big old freaking dreams. But then Erica, you know, she started arguing, no, we can do it here, whatever. And I thought to myself, we're just arguing over dreams right now, you know, but it's so wonderful. Why not, you know, be able to have that something to look forward to. You can just argue over a dream because you feel like it's really coming. It's really going to happen, you know, and you listen to like these Carl Jungs and these Alan Watts, you know, and these far-fetched thinkers, you know, that tell you to live it like it's already happened. You know what I mean? That power, what's that? The power of perception, the laws of attraction, you know, you think it into existence, you know, and it happens, man. And it's so weird that sometimes it just feels that way. You know what I mean? And it helps me stay positive. It helps me stay positive, you know, and push forward, bro. And like that video, man, let me tell you what, this video that I shared with you the other day, about Michael and Jennifer, it's at what, 9,200 watches right now, man. I originally deleted that video. I had it all kind of compiled together. Oh, Budgie Fight, thank you so much. Says, keep up the good fight, CG. All the best to you and Erica. Yay, we love you, Budgie. And I appreciate seeing like a new normal face. I'm not so sure that I remembered you, and I apologize, but I'm not so sure that I remember or recognize from back in the day, man, because it was so chaotic, you know, just like everybody was. It was a revolving door of love and support, and then abandonment, you know, because I just couldn't get my shit together, you know. I know that I pushed so many people away through such an obnoxious sense of entitlement, you know what I mean? Like, I was going through the worst shit in my life, you know what I mean? I had nothing really, but yet I still had this ego about me, you know, that demanded the world, you know, that demanded that everybody treat me special, you know. And it was just unwarranted. It was unearned. Wow. Scouse Kevbot, damn, drop a 10 bomb on me. Thank you so much, man. We're making some damn money today. Holy crap. And I hope you give back as much as I've given, you know, as you guys give me. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go out and do vlogs and like I say, Mom showing up for the 4th of July. How much will you guys appreciate seeing me take Mom to the waterfalls out here? And she wants to go so bad. I feel so bad for Mom. She has to work retail, and you know how it is with retail, bro. Freaking, like, people just leave left and right. Who needs this fucking Rose's job? I'll go work at Dollar General. Quit this and go work at Dollar General in a couple weeks when the money runs out. You know, nobody damn cares, but Mom put so much loyalty into this company or whatever. She gets screwed, and she's constantly working. She's another one that I'm going to watch my mom just hobble off into the damn distance, into her retirement. You know what I mean? Because she had to work to the very fucking end. It's bullshit. Oh, Proctor Experience. Much love to my friends Sharon and Mark and Jay. And hey, look up there. You see that up there? Look at that beautiful painting up there, guys. That's from my friend Mark Proctor. And I want to be able to share these gifts with all of you guys, man. I know my friend Jay, he was trying to do some little bit of vlogs back in the day, and I don't know how that worked out with him. But he has such like a light and a positive energy about him. And he was truly funny too, you know. But I guess he just didn't have the advantages that I had, you know, with family, with grandpa, with kid behind a camera, you know, and I was hoping to maybe kind of help, you know, kind of pass that on to some of my other friends that are and other content creators that are kind of figuring out their way or don't have that spotlight that I have now, you know. And I would love to be able to share that with people. I got a friend, man. Where you at, Tristan? Tristan Chapman, bro. This dude is so freaking funny, man. There's something about him. He's at work right now, but he loves to watch old movies, new movies, old movies, and he likes to dish and give his ideas and his thoughts on these movies, dude. And he's so funny to me, dude, but he only gets like 5, 10, 20 20 likes. Where are you at? Let me see if I can let me see if I can share him out right now. Chapman reviews, or where's your shit at, Chapman? There he is. Where's he at? Invited me to message on YouTube. The Porch Man. Allow messaging. View channel. He's got 2,000 subscribers. Check it out. Look, I don't know who's got Steve. Yeah! He's got Seagal, my dude. I love Steven Seagal. I never realized how much I like Steven Seagal, dude, because I always just thought he was just like a fat, like lazy, just, you know, hand waver, fake piece of crap, dude. But, you know, he may be, but you go back and he might also be super egotistical, but that just adds to his charm, dude. Steven Seagal is so fucking funny, and some of his movies are so great. Out for Justice, what's the other one? Marked for Death. Yeah, dude. And look, and this guy is awesome. Look, he's reviewing Cradle to Grave right here. Check him out. That's my dude Tristan right there. He just looks like a damn character, man. 7 views. 7 views. Like, not many at all, dude. He's just out here doing it for the love of the game. And I'd love to pass some of that success, you know, for myself off over to him. You know what I mean? Any of you guys that are watching now or later in the replay gang, you know, and are interested in movies and stuff like that, please go check it out. Go check him out. And maybe me and him will kind of do like a little joint live stream or something, perhaps some other time, you know, with some other movies that might come out, you know. And I think that I would really enjoy that. We may not get a lot of people watching, you know what I mean? But I feel like it would do something for my soul, for my heart, you know, like for positive aura, you know, which we need a lot more of these days, man, because like the world is just so dark. Budgie Flight. My username used to be Jillian Scott. Though my actual name was not so smart. I didn't really leave comments back then, but watched all the videos of AGP, Mike, Jennifer, Kim, you. Just loving the whole family, you know, and that's what I appreciate. And I know that I might lose some followers and stuff who pretty much just follow because they hate Michael, you know, because they hate Jennifer or Kim, you know. But, I mean, it's almost kind of like a risk I'm willing to take, you know, in exchange for everybody that loves the family and that wishes for growth, you know. And I went and I read Michael's comments on his video, and he pretty much laid it before the public court, you know, and everybody, I don't know how many comments he's deleting. I try not to delete comments. But I don't know how many comments he may be deleting, but it seems like it's all love. Everybody freaking wants a reconnection. Joe Cuevas, man, much love to you right there. Dropped a 10 spot on me. Says, hello, Charlie. Love all your videos and first live stream I've seen. Well, I was hoping to maybe do it later because everyone's going to be around later, you know. But, you know, better late than never. Like I say, my wife, I love saying my wife sometimes. My beautiful, wonderful, loving wife. She's working so hard right now, man, and dealing with the bullshit, man. They're all squabbling over there. And guess what they're doing? They're building AI. They're over there fighting. They're working their asses off building AI. Louvers for data centers, paying good money. But she's got to work overtime. She's got to work tomorrow. AI is taking from my wife right now. How the hell, 94, much love to you. That's a good year, 94. Charlie, are you going to ask Michael, Kim, and Jenny for a public apology regarding their false accusations of SA against you? That shit was wrong. Well, no. I don't think that I'll be doing that, you know, and in the same respect, I hope that they don't ask all that shit of me. You know what I mean? Like I say, man, there's no reason to go into this these new grounds, you know, swinging battle sabers. You know what I mean? Like it leads nowhere. You know, it's low vibration, very low vibration, man. And right now, really, man, I'm all about this reality and improving this reality of mine. And if you were to ask me if waging another public war for the, you know, I was about to say for the public, but waging another public war, what, for my own ego or for my own retribution, I almost feel like this is retribution enough. What do you feel? Ace Man in the house. What's up? Bubba says they are wanting to build data centers in the small town I live in. People have been protesting outside the mayor's office. I heard that half of Georgia, the whole state of Georgia, I heard half of the state of Georgia is one big data center now. They got to build nuclear. They got to build nuclear reactors and nuclear plants in order to power a lot of these data centers. And I'm just waiting for them to build these data centers along like our dams and along all of our public waters, you know, in order to facilitate, to use the power from the water. I remember Trump even said something about they were going to create power plants that the AI data centers could run off of, and that would offer power to the public, which pretty much tells me that AI and like Duke Energy and whatever like power plants you have in your area, they're all commingling. Who knows where we're going to be in the next 10 years, you know? But like you see, like with me and Jennifer, you know, it's my sister and I love her and I'm not trying to drag her through the mud. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have a real honest relationship with her. She's messaging me right now. Where you at, Jenny? Are you still watching? I can give her a call right now. And guess what? We can have a fun conversation. You know what I mean? That will benefit me and it'll benefit her and it'll entertain all of you. You know, and it won't hurt nobody. You know what I mean? And we need more of this. I feel like Dad would love that. What is it feels very like much like serendipity. The Father's Day is the 21st. Hey, how do you like my new camera, by the way? I can sit here and zoom in on stuff and then pop back out, and then it brings you right back up to my pretty face. Nah, well, I don't know what the hell that just was. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm thinking about too many things at once right now. And it just makes me do awkward crap. Yeah, it says that's disappointing, allowing them to put out there that you are a predator. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? You know, I mean, like, I've been there. I've done that. What do you think? You know, let's keep this between me and you. Let's keep it a buck between me and you as individuals, personally, in between each one of us. What do you feel? How do you feel about it? And how do you wish to proceed forward with this? You know, feel that in your heart and in your mind, and then do it. You know, that's what I tell Michael. He don't need no damn tarot cards. I'm pretty sure he's already got his mind made up anyway. I feel like that was some shit. He just went and picked out some homeless chick off of Skid Row and offered her a damn couple of dozen frozen pork chops and whatever she can grab out of the refrigerator. I just hope he don't expect me to work that cheap. Shit. But hey, there's that too. Like, you know, like things get hairy when people start talking about money and stuff like that, you know, and you know, and like I say, I just need enough for me and my wife to live comfortably. And if I have the opportunity to make that happen, you know, on my channel, you know what I mean? That's what I'll do. You know, Joe Cueva says, you're welcome, man. Thanks for the shout out. Wondering if you will ever make amends with Michael. Seems he needs family now more than ever. You know, like the older we get, we all do, man. And this is where I urge any of you out there, you know, that may be harboring some sort of grudge with, you know, a relative of yours in the past, man. Angela from The Office style. What was that? Angela from The Office said that her and her sister, they haven't talked in 10 years over something that she don't even remember. That Steve forgot a long time ago, but she's still holding on to it because, yeah, she's that good. You know, I've seen so many damn just relationships, people just stray apart and never come back together, you know, because of foolish pride, because they want to be the ones to win. You know what I mean? Because they're too afraid to say sorry, you know, because the transgressions are too great. And that's where I say, you know, you look at me. You look at Michael, you look at Jenny, look at me. See what I'm willing to forgive and put behind and squash, you know, for growth, for spirituality, you know, for to have a brother again. You know what I'm saying? Me and Michael used to have a lot of fun coming up. Now, granted, we didn't have a lot of fun. Actually, I take that back. Michael was a little shit. Michael was a little fucking shit, dude. He used to tell on me all the fucking time. But you know what, Grandpa, you know, he awarded that behavior. He rewarded that shit. Go give me that weed, buddy. I'll buy you a burger night and a video game. You know? You keep me in the loop, little buddy, and I take care of you. And he did, man. Him and Michael were like that, dude. And Michael was right there underneath him. Everywhere he went. That's where I tell you, man, me and Michael were raised by two different grandpas, you know? And also I feel like maybe there's a lot of things like, what's this I heard about, the story about the prodigal son? The rich father with the two sons, and one son was good and followed by the dad's rules and carried on the legacy, and then there was the other one that strayed and went out and sowed his own roots and fucked up, lived his life and fucked up and learned, and then came back to his father. And then the son that never left said, "Dad, what the fuck?" The father took the son right in, the prodigal son, the return of the prodigal son, you know, brought him right in and treated him just as kindly as the son that obeyed the father, you know. And then the father tells the son, you know, follow not, you know, anger not, you know, for your brother has learned. Some shit like that, you know. But the son was obviously, you know, upset. Like, Dad, come on, man. I fucking followed your rules. I did everything you said, man. I lived life the way you told me to live, you know. And this jackass, he's gonna go out there and fuck up, you know what I mean, and embarrass us and himself, you know, and then spoil all his damn good graces, and then come back and you're gonna accept him open arms. And the father says, yeah. I'm not sure if that's in the Bible or not, LBB. I think it is. I think I've heard something about like the return of the prodigal son. And I always thought it was like Jesus or something like that. You know, I'm not well read in the Bible, even though, you know, it's been a part of my life, all my life. You know, I really can't wait to like go down to Charleston again and do some more vlogs. How many of you would like to watch me go down there and do some vlogs in Charleston, man? Just going around the old neighborhoods and stuff and checking out old memory spots, you know? And sometimes it feels to me like that's not enough for y'all, you know, because all it is just me walking around with a camera, fucking talking and pointing and stuff, you know? But that's where I've got to come out of myself and realize that it is enough. You know what I mean? That it is enough, that you guys do care enough. You know, that's where, like, you know, that's where I question that ego in me, man. When I first got fired, dude, and I started like doing the videos and trying to do like the self-help work and stuff, and pointing the camera at myself and saying, I hurt today. I'm sad today. I learned this on the after school program today. Come watch me make hot dogs in this frying pan. Like, who gives a flying fart about me? You know? That's where like I've come in and I've knocked that ego down. Like, who really gives a fucking flying fart about me and what I've got going on in my damn little ass damn waste of a life, you know? But then you guys watch, you know, and you guys reaffirm me, man. Now, I'll be honest, there's a time, like not just a couple of days ago, man, I was really discouraged, man. I went back and I'm like looking at my vlogs and stuff, and I'm seeing where I'm only getting 1,000 views. And there was a time that I didn't care because I was working, you know, like I was just vlogging for the love of it. And while I'm still vlogging, trying to vlog for the love of it, you know what I mean? Like it gets discouraging when, you know, like I'm only getting 1,000 people watching, you know. Yeah, Hooker State Falls, not even 1,000 people watched. I'm like, shit. Damn, Joe, thank you again, bro. Damn, he's just opening up his wallet to me, man, and his heart. Thank you, man. Charlie, don't tell us. Tell him that. Speak to him from the heart. Then he will see if you have really changed. As I know, he loves you and Jennifer. Take the bigger step, man. Take the first step. And that's where it's kind of funny, man, because like me and Michael, I don't know if y'all have noticed it or not, like, and I ain't messaged him and he ain't messaged me. There's been a couple of times where he's like liked up a couple of my posts or whatever. Damn, made me lose my train of thought. What the hell was I just saying? You just made me lose my train of thought, bro. What was I just talking about? Holy shit, I'm having a dementia moment. Someone says, after my son Brian, 29, died in a motorcycle accident, I don't remember anything I was ever mad about. He was also an AGP fan since childhood. Damn. From Tina. What'd you just say? After my son Brian, 29, died in a motorcycle accident, 7/29/25. It said that she stopped remembering anything that she was ever mad at him about, and that they were both angry grandpa fans. You know, you just don't know when it's gonna happen, man. Shit, man, I hate when I cry, dude. I look so fucking ugly when I cry. You just don't know, man, and all that shit, man, that you thought was so fucking important. You know, it's just out the window, and then you're fucking crying and you're mad at yourself. What's that song? What's that song by A Perfect Circle? You know, the 13th step. Is that what it's called? How do you go about making your amends with the dead? You know, you hold on to that shit until they're gone, you know, and then you're like, whoa, hold up. It wasn't that damn big. It wasn't that important. You know what I'm saying? And I wish, that's me and Dad, man. I feel that regret every freaking day. Like with Dad, man. He died in the middle of all of that shit. You know what I mean? And I can't help but know that exasperated his situation. You know what I mean? Sanjay, thank you again, man, bro. For what? Just telling my truth or whatever? Man, let me tell you what, man. This means so much to me, dude. This means so freaking much to me right here. This helps. Man. More than you guys will ever know, dude. And I can sit here and I can just unleash. And I'm trying not to trauma dump. You know, I don't want to be like poor me. Because not poor me. I made my mistakes. I'm not begging for anybody. We've been there. We've done that. I'm not coming out apologizing for shit. You know, I'm not expecting anybody else to apologize for shit. Let me tell you what, man. There was this one time, I'll never forget it. Me and Mike, we were sitting there arguing, man. We were like this, man, at each other's fucking faces, bro, like dogs, man. Just rah, 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 like I don't remember what year it was. I think it was probably while he was living in Trailwood and I was living in Uncle Bobby's or whatever. And we were literally freaking yapping, man, face to face, like ready to go for blow, you know? And then out of nowhere, I said, I forget how I said it, but I was like, all right, man, what the fuck, man? We done with this shit? We cool? Just like that, man. It was like, yeah, no, I'm not a man. All right, man, fuck it, man. We cool, bro? And then Michael was, and just like that, he just followed me right up. He was like, yeah, man, fucking be good. And we just fucking dapped each other up. And then we separated. We probably were still a little bit mad or whatever, but we separated. You know what I mean? We worked that shit out separately, you know? And also maybe just realized, you know what I mean, that the shit was just bullshit, you know? Oh, freshen your drink, Gardner. Oh, shit. Give me a second. Oh, my fucking bones. Oh, my old aching bones. Woo. I had to cut this AC off, man, because we don't have central AC in here. Holy shit. All I've got are the damn window units right here. I've got it covered up right now so you don't see the ugly window unit. I'm fucking hot. What do you mean don't take my off? I'm hot. What's that off of? I love throwing random lines out there sometimes. And me and Michael used to do that too. You know, just throw random lines at each other that only me and him that it tickled, you know. And I miss shit like that, bro. I'm sure that he's missing it too, I would think. Like, he's been living this life of make-believe for so fucking long. He's been living this content creator's life for so long. Joseph, bear up. Much love to you, brother. Damn, Joe, dropping it on me, man. I need to get me a pole. I'm going to have to start stripping or something, man. I feel like I'm going to have to do something for that money or do something strange for that change right there, bro. Says, my friend, I've been there with you through your videos. Never a bad thing to keep trying to never know. It might surprise you. Saying sorry is not a bad thing. Sometimes that's what it's going to take. Absolutely, man. You know, and that's another big thing, you know, like in this day and age, you know, where we're all fighting to be right. You know what I mean? That we're all afraid to admit we made a mistake, you know, because once you admit that you made that mistake, you know, you get drug across the coals, man. We all live through that cancel culture. I got canceled right at the very beginning when that whole Me Too movement was getting good. Bro, holy shit. It hit me hard. And I didn't even know, I wasn't paying attention to social events or anything, you know, cultural crap, political crap. I'll never forget, somebody asked me one time, they said, hey, Charlie, what do you think about Kyle Rittenhouse? And I said, who's Kyle Rittenhouse? Biggest fucking thing going on in the world at the time, man. St. Paul burned to the ground damn near. I had not a clue. I was all wrapped up in what was going on in my life, you know. And I think that you all appreciated that too, man, because I didn't bring all that outside bullshit in. You know what I mean? It was somewhere that we can all escape. We can all go and get away from, you know, and find our own sense of community, and we can enjoy, you know, the memories, man. I don't know about how many of you, man, but I am starved for nostalgia, man. Dude, like, since I've been off, man, I've been watching all my old Simpsons, man, South Parks, man, old movies, man, reading old comic books, you know, and I'm always just craving just the way back when. Like, man, I'll tell you what, there's nothing like, man, I love going on to, I'll go to YouTube and I'll go through the I Love the 90s. They got I Love the 90s and they got I Love the 90s Part 2. And I'll sit there and I'll listen to the people, the comics talk about what was going on, you know, during each year and stuff. And I'll pause it. Like, I'll hear a little bit and then I'll pause it, because then I'll be taken back to 1990 and 1991. You know, and I've even got my own shit all mapped out. I've got it mapped out mentally through 1993. You know, because 1993 is when our trailer burned down. And I'll sit there and I'll just damn near hallucinate sometimes, man. I get myself thrown so back, you know, what I was doing in school, the movies that I liked watching, man. And and I can't be the only one that's in that. Hey, by the way, what's this? Who does this song right here? Like, you know, the nostalgia song, nostalgia 90s, and there's that tune. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And they try to say that it's fucking King Kong, but it's not King Kong. Nostalgia 90s. You go to the yeah. Who sings that song right there? Oh, yeah, dude, I love it. I can meditate to this. I might. I love this music song. This right here. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm getting chills, dude. Who's? Where's that from? What song is that from? Oh man. Hey, y'all remember the? Oh well, what the hell was that? I don't remember playing marbles. I don't remember Boomer Gum. Anybody remember Boomer Gum? I don't remember. Oh, Dad used to sell those. Yeah. Anyway, so does anybody know where that's thing? No, it wasn't Stranger. No, it's not. Something Sinister says that that's the Donkey Kong aquatic ambient. Okay, let me go ahead. Let's type it in then. Donkey Kong aquatic ambience. It's not it. That's not it. You hear it? That's different. It's 10 hours of this. Come on, give it to me. Woo. It's not there yet. Skizzy? Let's type in Skizzy. I'm gonna skizzy on your glizzy. If this is right. Skizzy. Yay! There it is! Woo! I hope I didn't blow any eardrums out just then. That's it. Oh man, I'm gonna meditate to this in the morning. And sometimes, man, you can call me like a kook all you want, man, but sometimes I feel like certain sound waves and vibrations, man, they bring back certain spirits and energies, you know. And sometimes when you think about Grandpa hard enough and with enough love and light in your heart and enough laughter in your heart, you know what I mean, that you bring that spirit of Grandpa back that little bit. You know, Dan, what was it? How are those pyramids built? Like, they say that it was done with vibration. Sound is vibration, and vibration is energy. You see those old monks, man, that meditate and they would hum the whole hum and like their chants and stuff like that, man. Sound is vibration. Joseph Bear Up says, I got that song. I'm a mushroom on a mushroom playlist. I haven't taken mushrooms in a long time, guys. Matter of fact, let me show you. Case in point, check it out. I've got this one gummy left right here, Shroom Fused. It's a 10-pack. I think I bought this thing like a year ago. When does it go bad? When do these things go bad? It's nothing as close to the real thing. I had an Avery one time. Anybody ever, you know what an Avery mushroom is? I had an Avery one time and blew my mind. I saw visuals. I literally saw visuals. But yeah, this right here, take a look. I got one left from like almost a year ago, and I just kind of, I don't really like taking them, especially because it gives me I get drawn up, you know, and then after a couple of hours, I turn into like a praying mantis. I feel like my arms and legs are like 20 foot long. You ever seen that walking dude, you know, from Grateful Dead? Keep on trucking, brother. And he's got those long arms and he's way back. That's what it feels like, man. I didn't ever understand that little graphic, man, until I started messing around with the shrooms. But you know, like it's such a of mushrooms, man. They say, I ate mushrooms and then I saw little leprechauns chasing me down the street for 10 hours. Blah, blah, blah. It ain't nothing like that. Nothing like that. Mean Green says, I wear rip and dip too. Hey, man, like I said, I really love the light camo. That shit's really popping this season. And I love the fact that my little Lily can flip you the bird. If I don't like you and you give me some kind of stank attitude, I'll just be like, I'll make sure I got some money in my pocket. Like, let me get that 20 out of this pocket for you. You know, because if a cashier gives me any kind of guff, I give it right back. And I love it. I try to have positive aura and positive vibes and stuff, you know. But then whenever you feel like you can shit on me just, you know, because I'm frequenting your place of business, I give it back. I like to get snooty with it too. With my rip and dip. I'll rip and dip your ass. But C-Note Caesar says, do you smoke weed? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too fond of it like I used to be in the old days. Because I don't know what they've done with the weed these days. You know what I mean? Weed isn't what it used to be, man. Weed used to be grass. You know what I mean? Like I tell you what, I did when I was younger, man. I used to trip too on weed. I would hallucinate. I'll never forget, man, one time that I got so freaking high, bro, that I was laying out on my homie Brady's living room floor, and all I could see in my head was a large vagina and a large penis. And it was just, they were just going to town. That's all it was. That's all I saw, though, was just an up close like that. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with me? And it was like for hours that I just had this horrible freaking image in my head. And that was just from Bud. I'm sorry if that was too grotesque, man, but I'm going to be as truthful with you guys as can. And hopefully y'all can learn as much from me as possible. How the hell says the proof is in the pudding. Anybody who was truly SA'd wouldn't talk to and hang out with their attacker. Obviously, Jenny lied back in the day. You know? And I mean, you know, it is what it is, bro. And I don't want to, you know, pull all that out, you know, we won't, you know, and I love my sister, you know, and we forgive each other, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like I say, it's all about how you feel about the situation, and how much, whether you want to let it go or not. Like I say, man, remember that, like, ultimately it is us that it's me that I lived in this situation. Everything that you all were angry about, you know what I mean? Remember that it was my reality. While it was content for somebody, for many people, my downfall was pure gold. Motherfuckers made a lot of money, made a lot of content, made a lot of subscribers, built their channels off of my downfall, and then moved on to other stuff. Like, you know, just a quick flip, you know what I mean? Into whatever else. Who was that dude? D-Crack. Now, he didn't necessarily make it off of me. He kind of reacted off of Grandpa's videos, which I'm okay with. Whatever. You know what I mean? But that's just like an example of somebody creating. And I don't even know if he even does Grandpa videos anymore. I think he's off reacting to other videos or what have you, you know. But just channels that were created and have rose off of Angry Grandpa, and I would like to continue to do that. Like I say, my buddy Tristan, the Porch Man, you know, others, you know, and that would make me happy, man. That would make me so freaking happy, bro. You couldn't imagine, man. You know, being able to document growth, you know, this growth. Let me tell you, man, part of me is like, man, there maybe before I die, they'll come out with some type of technology or something, which Elon Musk is already doing it with the neurochip, you know, in the brain deal, and controlling people with, you know, electronics and neural waves. Like, I was thinking, man, like before I die, they'll come out with some kind of way where you can I'll be able to take all this compiled content and data that I've established over the years or whatever, and that I'd be able to relive it before I died, put it all on a disc or something like that, and put it into my veins, before I die one last time, just let me relive all these memories that I've caught, you know, which sometimes people say that they relive those memories when they die anyway, you know, but, you know, it's always a hope, you know, for me, you know, and that hope later has me wanting to do good today. You know what I mean? The forgiveness and the growth and the hopefulness. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't know what the hell Michael's up to, though. Like I said, if he wants to play the whole kayfabe, keep everybody on their toes, including you, you know, I'll do it. You know, but if he's gonna damn sit there and try to pull up on me and instigate some sort of a negative reaction out of me, then I'll just close the door, you know, and then just whatever, you know, just be, you know, try to deal with, you know, more dashed hopes, I guess you could say. Because I don't want this war. You know, I never really wanted the war. I was just always too stubborn to back down. And plus, you know, there was a time where I felt I needed to fight back, and I probably did need to fight back. You know what I mean? Certain things that went around that I felt, you know, needed to be addressed or whatever. But hell, there was also at a time where my credibility was at an all-time low. You know, nobody was believing me. Not many people was buying the shit that I was selling, you know? To which I say, you know, maybe I should have gone back to, you know, rehab, you know what I mean, and got myself sober, and then developed that history, that space, that time between my current fuck up and then my claims at redemption. You know what I mean? Because you know how many times, I mean, how many fuck ups are like, oh, I've got it together. You know what I mean? You can trust me this time. And then you trust them and then they fuck you. You know what I mean? And then, then they go through their cycle of regret and redemption again. You know what I mean? And then you fall for it again, you know, because you truly want them in your lives or whatever. But what you're really not doing is you're not giving them and you're not giving yourself the time and the space, you know, to actually do the work. You know what I mean? Because guarantee every time that somebody says that they've got it figured out and that this is the last time and they screw up again, it's because most of the time it's because they're not putting in the proper work. There are times where people are like Pookie with that spoon on New Jack City where he's just they just sadly just crawl back to that addiction, you know, and I've been there. You know what I mean? I've slapped myself in the face before physically. You damn dirty piece of shit. You can't quit drinking. Go get drunk, you dumb fucking, you know, no good piece of crap. Where I would make myself ride past grocery stores and gas stations that I knew that I was going to stop at, that I normally stopped at and got my beer. And I would just ride past them until I got to that very last store. I knew that once I got home, you know, that was it. You know, like this is the last stop. And then I would turn in and I would go get my beer any damn way, you know, like, but I wasn't putting in the work. You know, like I wasn't giving myself the proper time to actually create the callus that I needed to say no. Joe Cuevas, damn, buddy, you kept. I mean, he's done cashed his whole check and gave it to me, man. Holy shit. Thank you, man. Damn. It says, when your dad said go live your life, he was hurt in that time. Trust me, he loves you and looking down on you, smiling, proud of the good man you became and are now. You're absolutely right, man. Let me tell you what, he was also scared. I don't know if I remember telling you guys, man, back in the day, man, that he was telling me, I'm scared. Hey, JC's in the house. My nephew JC's in the house. Well, I told Dad, man, Jennifer actually called me at the Greyhound bus station, and I should visit that old place one day. The last time I ever talked to Dad was at the Greyhound bus station in Florence, South Carolina, and I was at a transfer waiting for the next bus to pick me up, and because I wasn't getting any service in between, you know, stops. You know, they tend to go through small towns, you know. or whatever in between signals. And so I got into Florence, South Carolina, and Jennifer had left me a message and said, Dad, you know, call me when you get this. So I called Jennifer up, and she was at the hospital room with Dad. And he said, you know, he told me, he said, don't come. I said, I'm coming to see you, Dad. I'm trying my best. You know, so many people were online saying, go see your dad, you know, even though technically, well, even though I was on a block list, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much I want to like turn out, you know what I mean? To churn out. I don't want to upset people and shit, you know, but, you know, there's a whole lot of fuckery, you know, and Dad was scared. And he said, don't come. I'm scared. Scared. That's how he was saying it, because I guess he had tubes in his throat and stuff. And he said, I'm scared. No, don't come. Live your life. And I don't know how I got that out of him. You tell me to go live my life? Yeah. And I guess just through tears and heartbreak, you know what I mean? I got it worked out. Maybe Jennifer helped me. She told me. And Dad was scared. He was telling me, don't come, don't show up. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm tired of all the fighting, son. And he didn't die exactly then, you know, like it was a few months later. Shit, you know. But like shit had been said and done on both sides. You know, the fires were hot, and there was just no room for redemption or peace, I guess, at that time, you know. Thomas Blue says, are you going to be on the next vlog at Mike's page? Mike paid the fake psychic. She had a script written by Michael. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Like I say, if he wants to show up, come on out, man. Let's hug it out, bitch. How does Michael Scott say? He told Dwight, you can stand up and we can hug it out. Hug it out, bitch. And the next thing you know, they're back in the break room watching Varsity Blues or whatever, eating popcorn. How about that? I'm down. I'm down. And then, like I say, man, part of me feels like Michael wants that too. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know, what's up with this damn weird-ass psychic? You know, I would have scrapped that whole vlog. Just been like, meh. And also, I would like to get like maybe a real psychic or something, or like a real hypnotist. I've been looking it up, man, and you can probably get one for about $1,000. I wonder if you can get if you can record it. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't you like to see us get hypnotized or some shit? Or maybe just going to church, finding God, or wherever you find God and salvation, you know what I mean? As long as you find that peace in your heart and for others. Thomas Blue. Oh, JC, yeah. What did you say up here? I don't want to read that one. You made me sad. JC says, Nana told me last night she wants to go back to Sliding Rock from when she went to camp up there. Keep your head up, Uncle Charlie. You got this. We love you. Okay, well, you tell Nana that if she wants to go to Sliding Rock, that she's going to have to wear floaties. Or she's going to have to wear a life jacket or something. Oh, and they will have lifeguards on duty. So actually fine. But, man, if Nana dies on my water in the Blue Ridges, I'm never going to forgive How many of you guys would like to see a vlog of Nana sliding rock? Man, I think we get 100,000 views with that. As long as like we're all on the same page, you know what I mean? Me and Michael, we're getting along and shit like that. You know, everybody's thriving. I don't mind contributing to videos and storylines. I like to try to keep it real. You know what I mean? But if Michael wants to try and get me by to somebody for some sort of storyline, or he wants to try and play some prank on me, good luck. I've got my fucking guard up. Shit. I'm gonna have to tap his pockets every time we hang out. And we check your pockets. You can check mine. Make sure we're in the water. We don't got no phones recording. We're going to try and fucking fuck each other. You don't fuck me and I don't fuck you until we get this fucking fuck out the fucking picture. That's what they said on Something About Mary. But I don't want to get nobody out the picture. I feel like Michael, the more cast of characters in the Angry Grandpa universe, the better. You know what I mean? I feel like rising tides raises all ships. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and get jealous if somebody else is making more views than me or making more money than me or what have you, you know, I mean, unless I'm putting in more work or whatever, you know, that's only natural, you know. But like I say, you know, if I've got this opportunity to grow and create my own channel, my own source of income and community, which I mean, it's all Angry Grandpa, you know. But like a big part of that's up to Michael, honestly. You know what I mean? How many times has he said that he's been the one responsible for putting the axe into my growth, you know, into my channel? You know, and I believe it. I believe it, you know. And if he were to damn let me do my thing, you know what I mean? Well, I would definitely help him do his thing. Shit, you know. Scratch my back, I scratch yours, you know. But ultimately, you know, what does it says? Talk to your brother. It says Angel Snow. And that's the most important thing. All this other stuff about, like, you know, making money and creating content, you know, that fun-loving content and YouTube channels and pranks and storylines and stuff. All that is like secondary to true actual growth that I'm looking forward to, because quite honestly, none of that other stuff can honestly take place and can happen unless there's a real sense of growth and togetherness and unity on this. You know? Okay. Okay. Messaging Jenny. Where's Jenny at? See, I can message my sister, man. It's so damn cool, bro. How about that? You know? I'd love to be able to do. The only bad thing is that I'm just living too far away, man. I told Erica, I said, man, let's save up our money and get us a little piece of farmland or something out in Jedburgh or something about a good hour away from Charleston or whatever. And man, and then we'll all move in together like one big freaking white trash commune. We'll just have ourselves the redneck farm out there in Jedburgh, Green Acres. Have ourselves a little trailer park. I want animals, man. I want some chickens, bro. I want some goats. I'd like to have me a horse, man. I'll never forget, man. Back in the day, Dad used to always beg me to go with them out to his friend David and Deborah's house and ride horses. And I never wanted to go, man. I always would rather stay at home because if they left, it means I had the house to myself. And man, I'd invite my homies over and we'd party. We'd just sit here and get stoned in the house and watch movies and shit, you know. And I felt like I was living the life, you know. And I look back on those days and I'm like, damn, man, it is just so embarrassing, so sad, you know. But, you know, it seems like so, and you know, like, it seems like you could almost have this dream, you know. It seems like so many people are creating so much more out of like their content and off their channels and stuff like that, you know. Like whenever it feels like YouTube is starting to die or whatever, you know, it kind of picks back up, you know, and you see people that are that are making something out of it, you know what I mean, and that are like I say, just living comfortably. You know, we don't need the world. I'm super happy living in this trailer that very closely resembles the trailer from the Trailwood days. You know, Have you, Mr. Random Person on the internet says, have you ever visited Glasgow? I have not visited Glasgow, and I wonder if I could get could I even get a passport? I have a felony, so I don't even know if I can get a passport to Glasgow. Oh, but meanwhile, they're bussing in the fucking illegals by the boatloads, and they're giving them free cell phones and ninja swords while they're at it. Let me stop. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to get political, but I feel so sad for England and for all of Grandpa's fans and youngins, across the pond that way, man. You guys are living in hell. Lathan W, much love to you, says straight up, where there is a will, there is a way. Absolutely, man. Where there is a will, there is a way, man. And I've got nothing but will and determination. Sometimes I don't feel like I have enough confidence in myself, but I feel like with the right people on my side, you know what I mean, that I can get just as much as I can give. And that there can be some proper healing done. Just imagine how mom would feel. Just imagine how my mom would feel, man, to wake up one morning and realize that her family's not at war. That she might be able to have a Thanksgiving dinner with her whole family once again. And my mom's old, man. She's freaking, 63? Mr. Random Person says, what's the felony? LOL, just curious. I got a burglary third, man. I was breaking in houses, and I was breaking in sheds and shit, man. I was running with a bad group, man. And some of us beat up people and robbed people. Others, we stole from people, breaking in houses and shit, man. Let me tell you, bro. Whew. I got so much that I can talk and tell y'all about, bro. I feel like I got so much that I can give, man. I haven't stolen a single thing, man. And I can't remember when. I can't tell you the last time I stole anything, even a piece of paper. If it ain't mine, I'm not touching it. It don't belong to me. Because there's a certain amount of karma and come around, you know what I mean, for every ill-gotten gain in my life. I've never fully gotten away with a damn thing in my life. Now, there are people that have. What's that Dave Chappelle said? Some people just don't get theirs. You live your life like, yeah, that's all right. That motherfucker gonna get his. That motherfucker gonna get his. But some people just don't ever get theirs. And you got to be okay with that. You got to figure out a way to get yours, regardless of whatever happens to anybody else, and make sure that you get yours the right way, and yeah, who knows, but I want to do it the right way. Like I said, I wish Michael would just go ahead and just message me or some shit like that. Just holla at me, but no, he wants to freaking keep us all in suspense. Where's the showmanship in that, huh? Which, I guess I can't really argue with it, man. Like, look here, I've got over 200 people, 235 people watching me right now at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't be on too much longer. How long have I been on? 2 hours. I can't be on too much longer. Erica gets off in about 20 minutes, and I want to hang out with her. I think she wants to go to the garbage hole. I'm not swimming in it. Is that wrong of me, guys? Sometimes she makes me feel like that. She's like, ah. And then also I feel bad because then we get out there and there's a freaking rope swing right there. But I got to dive into a garbage hole. A sinkhole full of garbage juice. And it's not really a sinkhole full of garbage juice, but I did look up the river detector. There's people that go around from like early April through late September or whatever, and they just check the toxicity levels of the lakes or whatever. And usually after every good rain wash down from the mountains, all the lower level rivers out here are deemed unswimmable. But Erica don't give a shit about that. Somebody, Matthew Wadham's telling me to shut up. Don't piss your girl off. I hear that. Plaintiff lady Tiffany says, I'm a felon for retail theft. Damn it. I have not stolen anything in 10 years now. Jail has changed me. It's not somewhere where I want to be again. I'll tell you what changed me, man. 20 years of not being able to get a damn job anywhere, man. That felony, bro, haunted me forever, man. And it still haunts me to this day. You know, anywhere I put in a job application, I've got it marked. Yes, I've been convicted of a felony, man. We'll discuss at interview, and it will forever screw me for any retail job. I'll never be able to get a cushy Walmart job or nothing. Not that I want to work for the big monster retail giant that's raping and pillaging America all across America, I guess. Yeah. Big business. But I couldn't even if I wanted to. I remember back when I was living with my Uncle Bobby, I went to 3 different interviews at Walmart. I was going to get a job, a seasonal job, starting out seasonal, in putting bikes together, and also in the outdoor department. And I went through 3 separate interviews, man, and I was so excited. I was so hopeful by that 3rd interview, man, because I kept walking. All I can get was damn temp service work. I had to get up every morning at 3 o'clock, walk half a mile to a damn temp service, sit there all like till noon. And if I didn't get a job, I'd have to walk back home, man. I was eating ramen noodles every freaking day. And also my mom was letting me use her food stamps a little bit, man. It was one of the worst existences ever. My Uncle Bobby had these bed bugs that just would not stop, man. I had rashes all over my body, and I'd get up in the middle of the night fucking swatting and swiping and shit, Oh, boy. And I just to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to walk to the temp service and not get work. And then I couldn't get the job at Walmart. The last thing that they asked me is, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And I had to say, yeah, and I didn't get the job. HHHDDSSS says, you look so much like your dad. How about this? Check this out. Oh, I think I look like dad too. And I think sometimes I sound like dad. When I get mad and I scream or say something, I'll be like, I'll stop myself like, shit, that sounded like dad. How about that? Do I look like grandpa now? I got the grandpa glasses on. I can't really read though whenever I got the glasses on. Oh my God. You goddamn little motherfucker. Michael, doesn't be coming to my goddamn house talking about starting some goddamn shit. You want to do it right. You come up like a man, shake my goddamn hand, we'll hug it out, bitch, and then we'll get back to making goddamn money, okay? All this other bullshit ain't making nobody no goddamn money. And you know me, bro, I'm all about that paper. I remember dad was all about that paper, man. Every morning, man, he'd be at that, constantly sitting at that table, man, either smoking a cigarette or fucking working his fingers, chewing on that motherfucker, man, thinking about how he gonna make $1. From the damn, from the flea market days all the way up to the video days. Brandon says, are those his actual glasses? They are not his actual glasses, man. Nah, these are Calvin Klein. Dad would never spend damn $300 on a pair of reading glasses. I'll be goddamn. Huh? My tongue's all white. Am I dehydrated? My tongue's white as fuck. Dad's tongue used to be white and yellow. Remember that shit? Slub Fox says, hell no, you sound just like him. Well, I was trying right there. I was trying to sound like Dad. But there's other times where I'm just talking and it just kind of comes out. And I'm like, holy shit. It's great. Yeah, check that out. CKYO Blue says, Charlie, now you need a fedora. Abso-fucking-lutely, bro. Erica won't let me have a fedora. She says that only old men or douchey hipsters wear fedoras. But I told her, I said, man, look, I've done switched up my style. I don't got the hair anymore, man. You know, like I tend to wear button-down shirts, you know, and I got these pair of Sperry loafers that I love. I love my loafers and shit, you know, and I just feel like, you know, like a fedora would really just top that off, man. Definitely not. Wayne says, what's that white on your tongue? Been making some money around the corner? Hey, man, I got to work my way back into these videos somehow, right? Take a shot in the mouth to get a little further down the road, man. Whatever. That's what George Carlin said, right? I don't know, man. Like, I think it's dehydration, man, because I keep drinking all these energy drinks. Yeah. Oh, my God. Mr. Random Person on the internet says white tongue can be caused by bad bacteria and dehydration. LL, you need to drink some water. Dude, I am addicted to caffeine. I cannot get off the fucking caffeine, dude. I'm hooked. And I'll even get myself a little headache in the morning sometimes until I have that first one, man. And I might be more addicted to the energy drinks and caffeine than I ever was to alcohol. $20 is $20 fucking dollars. $30 is better though. I'll try and work it up. You get a good job for 30. Who was that one that said that they were a big fan from Singapore? Walter Nerd 3147 says, love your stuff, Charlie. I'm probably AGP's biggest fan from Singapore. Man, that's just too damn cool, bro. Singapore, I love it, man. I love connecting with people from all across the globe. And that would be my biggest thing, man, to go visiting these other countries one day. There's something in my heart that just sings when I think about Japan. You know, I feel like if there was something as past lives that I was a Japanese man in my past life. Because, man, something about Japan, dude, I would love to go, man. And who knows, man? Like, if we can build a big enough community here, bro, like, these things can happen for us, man. They really can. If we just believe enough in ourselves, and you guys believe enough in me, and I connect with you enough, and I entertain you enough, I promise I'll try not to keep it all about me sad or how I feel or what I learned today or whatever. But I still want to do all of that. Like, that's where it kind of scares me, because like I don't know exactly what direction I want to go in, because I want to go everywhere. I want to explore everything. You know what I mean? I want to go to the waterfalls and I want to learn about fucking these conspiracy theories. Anybody ever listen to the Mystery Boys? Anybody ever listen to Your Mom's House podcast with Tom and Christina P? They've got this new, where we go, Your Mom's House. Let's go to Your Mom's House podcast. And there's these two guys that I absolutely adore, man. Kurt Metzger and Duncan Trussell. And these guys, like, they're all into all the conspiracies and shit. They've got like so much memorized, man, that they go back to and just off the top of their head so fast. It's so good. New podcast out 17 hours ago. Wow, only 55,000 views. That sucks. But yeah, you know, like, that's where I feel like, I don't know, like, do I need to find like a certain direction before like any sort of like pop-in growth comes to us? Or, I mean, is the grandpa community still strong enough without grandpa around to make it to the next echelon? What do we do as far as family togetherness and repair? And that's also number one, man. Like I say, family togetherness and emotional repair and spiritual repair has got to be first and foremost in our minds. You know what I mean? It's got to be real. It's got to be real. You know what I mean? In order for anything real to happen, you know, and it's got to be real for us. And I'd love for it to be real for you all, in which maybe, you know, something would happen that would trigger you to call up your brother or call up your sister you know, or aunt or uncle or cousin, somebody that you hadn't talked to in a long time, man. And there would be a good chance that you'll be received with open arms. You know what I mean? And then guess what? Your life can change, man. This weekend can be about you and your brother or your mother, you know, doing something fun that you didn't think that you'd ever have the chance to do again or ever wanted to do again. If you never wanted to do again, I understand that. There are some voids, you know, that just can't be, gaps that can't be bridged, you know, some voids that can't be filled, you know. But I'm here to tell you, you know, you've seen what all I've been through. And if I can mortar up, you know, that moat, then I mean, shit, you can too. You know what I mean? But it's not. It takes more than just you, though. Like I say, don't be the one that's knocking on the door crying, please. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. Now it could, if you feel like taking that no to the face. You know what I mean? Like because sometimes it just takes that leap of faith. That's where I just caught myself. Like, hold up, you know, like. Sometimes it just takes that leap of faith, you know what I mean? But don't go baggy with it. Don't pine. Don't be somebody's footstool. Don't be somebody's whipping boy. You know what I mean? Don't let somebody use you in your emotions and your mental state for their own benefit. You know what I mean? Like, which I'm not. You know what I mean? As we see, I feel like Michael wants to do something. I feel like he hired a homeless person to read some tarot cards, which I'm not. I'm once again, let me stop and say, like, the woman seemed like a nice woman. At first, I almost felt a little bad for her. Like why is Jim treating the magician poorly? You know, what's that off of? Why is Jim treating the magician poorly? But overall, you know, it was a fun vlog, and then I kind of like wondered about this woman, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what the hell's going on here? You know, and overall, you know, I thought about it for a minute, and then I posted about it, and you all thought that was so funny, man. It was just great. And I want to continue like making fun with one another, you know what I mean? But not in mean spirit, you know what I mean? Like in like fun homies, you know what I'm saying? Talk about homies, like, man, you know, the dudes, man. Just be one of the guys, man. Be one of the dudes, man. You can sit there and cut the shit, you know what I mean? Talk a little bit of shit, and at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Be cool. Be okay with it. Let it go. You know what I mean? I'll be one of those. I don't mind. Hey, John. Hey, JC, you learned it at the office. Did anybody else say that? Mr. Random person is having him a Domino's pizza. I think I want me a Domino's pizza. Man, maybe it's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. I'm gonna go get me a barbecue chicken pizza. I could make my own. I call it the Tim Dillon, where you actually you go get you a frozen pizza, or I could get me a Little Caesars pizza, and then I put chicken on top of it, and then I put barbecue sauce on it, and then put it back in the oven for a little bit. Barbecue chicken pizza. It's my favorite. Anyway, you know what, man? I gotta go. Damn it. This was fun, man. I gotta go, though. Erica's gonna be home in a few minutes, and I gotta try to get a few things cleaned up for her before she gets home, which she doesn't care. I can have the whole house spotless, and she's still gonna clean up. She's still gonna put her hair up in a bun and do some chores around here because, like, I don't know, that's her thing. That's her how would you say, a meditation, I guess, sometimes, you know. So what do y'all think about what's going on, man? OG Charlie is back. Charlie Chill is back. Is Charlie Chill back, or is Charlie Chill returned for the first time? I like to think that I returned for the first time, man. I like to think that I am everything now that I told you guys I was then. You know what I mean? I wanted to live that character, but I didn't put in the work. You know, Mike Echo says GTA 6 soon, Charlie. If I have the money for it, man, y'all drop me some damn super chats or something. Y'all drop me some damn super chats or some shit whenever it comes out, and I'll go buy that bitch, and we'll all rock it together. I would say we could play some GTA right now if any of y'all have Xbox, but I actually got rid of the Xbox Live. So that was like an extra $30 a month that I was able to save. So only thing I played on it was GTA anyway. So if things pick up, which I hope they do, and our dreams start to come true, you know, and all that good stuff, then shit, I'll be able to buy that GTA 6 of my own. I'll be able to buy myself a Nintendo Switch and play some damn Mario, bro, Super Mario Kart. Quavis, much love to you, damn brother. Good stream. Always strive to better all things in your life. Thank you, man. And hey, who knows what's going to happen, bro? Are we going to see me in Michael's next vlog? Who knows, man? Who freaking knows with Michael's weird ass? Michael's content creating ass. All I ask, man, is that you don't fuck with me too hard. Don't fuck with me too hard. Maybe give me a little wink or some shit like that. If you want me to try to play a kayfabe thing or some shit, because like I don't want to shut the door in your face, you know, on some angry shit. You know what I mean? Whenever you want to try to play a good fuck game, you know, I just don't know, man. What the shit? It's hilarious, but I tell you what, man, it got me hopeful. For the first time in a long time, and that's a good thing, man. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I gotta hurry the hell up. I'm like a kid, man, suspended from school. Knows when their parents are gonna get home, so they jump up real quick and get the house clean 5 minutes before the parents show up. As soon as the parent opened the door, I hit the ground like, "Oh, hey, babe, I've been sitting here just waiting for you the whole time." Yeah. So. Yeah, and that's fun too. Anyways, man, I love you guys. We'll check y'all later. Joe Cuervas, bro, you just fucking gave me your whole damn paycheck this week, man. I cannot believe that, bro. I feel a little guilty about it, but I'm super thankful for it. And if anybody else wants to damn follow his lead, man, you know what I mean? Super thankful, and we'll be accepting of it. You know what I mean? Do the best we can spiritually, emotionally, financially. I'm going to try to get my wife out of that dark ass hellhole that she's got herself stuck in, man, that I was thankful enough to get booted out of. I wasn't going to quit my damn job. But I wasn't fucking happy there. And I'm happier now than I have been in a long time. And it's super hopeful and thankful. And it almost feels like the world is just aligning. It feels like karma. It feels like it's supposed to happen, you know what I mean? So let's see what happens, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. Thank you for joining, and we'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll do a little vloggy vlog or something while Erica's at work tomorrow. I need to get me a table saw. Maybe I'll check out the local flea market, a couple of just local spots around here, thoughts and ideas. Since you all seem to like the vlogs, man, like I say, I feel like I'm not enough, like I'm not giving enough. You know, when I do these vlogs and videos and stuff, you know, but you guys all, you know, you encourage me, you build me up, you help me want to go out there and do these videos and stuff. So I'm gonna do my damn best, man. Hey, Joe says this is for pizza. Fuck yeah, Domino's, man. They're selling them for $10 too, Bo. Either that or Little Caesars, man. Little Caesars is my favorite, bro. They are firing on all cylinders right now. $10 for a good pizza and good pizza, man. The Little Caesars by my house, they've been on point with quality for the last like 5 years. Never a bad pizza. And also, man, they've also got a new Mountain Dew. I'm supposed to fucking share a Mountain Dew with you all. Holy crap. Someone send 100. Hey, I tell you what, if y'all are going to send that kind of money, send it to me through PayPal or something like that. Don't do it through Facebook because holy shit, I grabbed the wrong thing because YouTube will take all that damn money. What's the percentage that YouTube takes? I'd rather have that money in my pocket. Oh, here it is right here. Pretty feels. Thank you so much. I got a dollar. Gonna make me shit and holler. What's your phone number? I can't give out my phone number, bro. I've already got too many people calling me on Messenger as it is. Have a look. Mango Rush, Mango Sweet Heat. I have still yet to drink this. Maybe I'll do a little review or something in the middle of my video tomorrow when it's nice and hot out. Erica's at work. I'll be at home enjoying Mountain Dew. I feel bad about that. All right, guys. I'm going to get up off of here. I love you all. Hit me up. And like I say, if you're trying to send any big donations or whatever, don't do it through FB, man. Hit me up. And we got PayPal or some shit like that. I love you guys, man. Who knows what's going to happen? Fingers crossed. Not fist clenched, man. I love you all, and we'll check y'all next time, man. Peace. Woo-wee. Oh, I meant to call Jennifer, too. Shit.